Tonight, we go back 1,000 years to a month when Europe was still young, when kings fought for crowns that barely existed, and when a single monk changed how every human being would learn music. November 1025 was a crossroads, empires shifting, knowledge accelerating, ordinary people trying to survive the cold. This is not a story about one place, it is a story about a continent waking up. The month that was, November 1025. November 1025 was a month of innovation, power struggles, and scientific breakthroughs. While monks revolutionized music, kings fought for legitimacy, and scholars mapped the heavens. This is the story of a single month that shaped the medieval world. In the monasteries of Italy, a Benedictine monk named Guido of Arezzo was solving a problem that had plagued musicians for centuries. How do you teach someone to sing a melody they've never heard before? His solution was the hymn Ut queant laxis, using the first syllable of each line to create what we now call do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. He also perfected the four-line musical staff, allowing melodies to be written with precision for the first time. By November 1025, these innovations were spreading through monasteries across Europe. Music would never be the same. Every song you've ever learned traces its roots back to Guido's breakthrough, this very month, 1,000 years ago. In Constantinople, the aging Emperor Constantine VIII spent November battling court intrigue. At nearly 65, he was one of the oldest rulers of his era, and everyone knew the succession was coming. His court was a nest of plotting nobles and ambitious generals. The Varangian Guard, Viking mercenaries loyal only to the emperor, kept order in the palace, while factions maneuvered for power. Constantine had no male heirs, only daughters. November saw fierce negotiations over who would marry his daughter Zoe and inherit the empire. The Byzantine bureaucracy, the most sophisticated government in Europe, continued its endless paperwork, even as the future hung in the balance. November 1025 was also a month of ordinary life. Peasants harvested the last crops before winter. Merchants closed their final deals before the roads became impassable. Monks copied manuscripts by candlelight. In Poland, November brought political chaos. King Mieszko II, who had claimed his father's throne earlier in the year, faced his darkest month yet. His brothers, Otto and Bezprim, were plotting with foreign powers to seize the kingdom. The German Emperor Conrad II watched from the west, ready to exploit any weakness, and from the east, the Kievan Ruses threatened. Mieszko spent November fortifying his position, negotiating with nobles, preparing for the wars he knew were coming.
Wojowie moi, zbrojcie się. Wróg nadchodzi od wschodu i zachodu. Stańcie twardo.
By the end of the month, Poland's first experiment with kingship hung by a thread. The crown that Mieszko's father, Boleslaus the Brave, had fought so hard to win was already slipping away. Within years, Poland would lose its royal title entirely, a consequence of the instability that defined this November. While Europe struggled with succession crises, the Islamic Golden Age was reaching new heights. In November 1025, the polymath al-Biruni was conducting astronomical studies in the Ghaznavid Empire. He calculated the Earth's radius with astonishing accuracy, off by less than 20 kilometers. He charted the phases of the moon, measured the speed of light, and wrote mathematical treatises that Europe wouldn't see for over a century. And that same month, he completed his landmark ethnographic study of India, the most detailed work on Indian culture ever written by an outsider, one man, 1 month, advancing human knowledge across multiple fields. In England, Cnut the Great governed a powerful North Sea empire, stretching across multiple kingdoms. In France, King Robert II faced rebellious vassals who openly contested his royal authority. In Spain, Christian and Muslim kingdoms stood locked across fragile borders, each watching for the other's next move. 1 month, 5 stories, 1,000 years ago, November 1025, a month of change that echoed through history to reach us today.